Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Friday night's Messages of Love from Above. So glad to have you all here. And before we get started, I'm just going to set up my desktop and we will get into this evening. So happy end of the week and happy Saturday morning to those of you on the other side of the world. And almost set up here. All right. All right, so we are all good there. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're enjoying these readings and would like to see more of those, definitely give the video a thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love, and you're part of the love tsunami. It's something everyone can do that's totally free, but it does encourage YouTube to share my other videos with the world as recommended videos. So a big thank you to all of you that do that. Before we get started, I do want to. I started doing something that I did in the very beginning when I first started doing live readings, which is sending love out to the world. And 2024 is definitely going to be a year of a lot of transformation and transition, and we could use extra love in the world, I'm sure. So if you'd like to join me, I welcome that. When one of us sends unconditional love out to the world, it helps transform a million other people's lower vibrational energy that's rooted in fear. And then when we do it together, it's multiplied, not even added on top, but multiplied. So what we're going to do is just take a big, deep breath, come back to right here, right now. And as I bring in my beautiful singing bowl, once I hit this, we'll let that energy, that love energy, flow down into our own hearts, fill us up, and flow out to the world. So here we go. And if you are in need of unconditional love in this moment, of course, we send it to you as well. Just take it in like a giant hug, or like a tree takes in the sunlight from the sun. Beautiful. I'm going to put that over here. It'll keep going for a little bit here. It's a pretty powerful singing bowl. All right. So, if you're new to these readings, how they work is I do go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that as an energy exchange. I'll step out of the free readings and dive deeper into those as well. And then once I return back to the free readings, then I do move down, continue in order as they had originally come in. I do offer some free things, and there's a ton on my main page. So if you ever go over there, you'll see I have weekly pick a cards. Something I put out for 2024 is this playlist for each individual zodiac sign. We have a 2024 energy forecast where we cover love, money, career, and we split out the year into 3 equal sections of 4 months each. Have a blessing for each and what spirit wants you to know each of those periods as well. So be sure to check those out. Plus, I did a winter summer solstice, which in December, depending on if you're in the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere, you go into winter or summer, and it's a 3-month forecast that on there. And there's extra added bonuses in there too of a card for each individual zodiac sign and references about the planets too. So be sure to check that out. And of course, the December solstice introduces Capricorn season. So we have a pick a card for the entire Capricorn season from December 21st to January 21st. And if you are a Capricorn Sun baby or know of one, well, happy birthday to you. And there's a special bonus reading in there. So be sure to check that out as well. And I also have each month I do a pilgrimage meditation with a pick a card included. This one the first one for 2024 was to Glastonbury Tor or something like that. I probably am not pronouncing it right, but that's in England, and there was a special um, the meditation. We went into the fairyland that's supposed to be a portal underneath there. So be sure to check that out. And then, of course, we had Capricorn new moon energy yesterday, and here is the pick a card for that. I have a variety of things that I offer. If you're interested in a personal reading, past life reading, I also just introduced birthday readings. Let me throw that in here. And those are half off until the end of January. And then I also have Hedges of Peace and Love and it's a Wish Upon a Star astro reading. So all that information's in the description box. Or if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, I have those too. $7.99 a month. You could be a praying mantis member, where you have access to go in after every single one of these readings that I do. Spend about an hour or so with my praying mantis members. We're reading books, we're learning things, we're pulling cards, past life readings, oracle readings, all sorts of fun stuff. And we also on Thursday nights have a special Q&A of 2 hours with me. So all that information to the links are in the description box. So we will jump in and get started. I am going to be continue to use this beautiful tarot deck, the Lost Soul Tarot. I love the simplicity, but the vibrancy of the cards too. Really, really cool. So we will be using those. All right. And shout out to Johanna. She's one of my YouTube channel members. So shout out to you there. You'll see their names in green with a little badge as it appears. But we will start here with Mia Mia. Thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love. And hello, hello again, dear. Dear, hello again. So you want to know, is this Islands of Sea a great, trustworthy, safe project for you to be in to have great financial income or not? You are very welcome. Let's take a look here. Much love and light to you as well. So what does Spirit want you to know about this Island of Sea? All right. Well, we've got the bottom of the deck. We've got, well, so you've got the bottom of the deck. It starts off with the Ace of Cups, which is new happiness. You got the Page of Cups, which is enhanced happiness. And you got the Ace of Swords, which is positive clarity and seeing things from higher perspectives. And so these three, just the bottom energy flowing underneath, pretty awesome energy. So far, it feels very positive. Let's see what these other cards that came out are. All right. Well, you do have the Sun card, which is also a very positive card. It's one of the most um, abundant, fulfilling. It shines bright light on a lot of things. So definitely it feels very, very positive. I mean, in addition to that, you get the King of Pentacles, who rules over and abundance and the outside world. Very positive energies with those two together. Now you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree, is the fruit. So it does take a little bit of time for the greatness and the financial income. I feel like to roll in, because I feel like maybe is it a big project that the big payout comes at the end maybe. But I feel like it is an important um, project, and it's very, very positive here. So I do not see any warning signs at all, but all like 10 thumbs up, not even just two, but 10 thumbs up for you on that one, Mia Mia. So yay. We like that for you. I know, right? Yeah, it doesn't Yeah, I mean, if you have concerns about scams, of course, always, tarot is not designed to replace common sense and, of course, professional items. So definitely, if it's something that you definitely want to investigate it for sure. Just always that, of course. Had to put the disclaimers out there because if you're investing in something and it definitely looks really good, but definitely do your due diligence and researching, of course. All right. So that is what they have there. Yeah, yeah. I figured I just have to say it for boom, boom, shakalaka. All right, and then Johanna Yurisen, let me give your donation some love here. Thank you so much for that. You want to know, was this spontaneous meeting that you had a little faded? What was the effect of this on the stranger? Oh, whoa. Let's take a look here. So, was this faded? What- yeah, let's take a look here and see if it was one of those extras or if it was a faded energy there. Because, of course, all of our interactions with people are meant to be. There's nothing like, oops, how did that happen? Um, yeah, but we'll take a look here. And then what was the effect on the stranger here? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, you do have the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So this was a fated interaction that came in here. The Knight of Wands is full of passion and full of energy here. And you have the Wheel of Fortune too that came in with that. So it definitely is fated with the Wheel of Fortune coming in because it's like the fate's wheel. So definitely faded for sure there. So um even though it was spontaneous to you, it had been in the works for it to happen here. But I understand how it felt like it came out of nowhere. Let's see how it impacted the other individual here. Um, and we've got for them, we've got the Justice card and the Chariot card. So, both of these are major arcana. So there's significant energies that pop in here. The Justice card is the balancing out of things and seeing things from a different perspective, and it really got them thinking, which is interesting. It's just like their mind. The Justice card is like the scales went rip out of balance, and they're like, "Whoa, what's happening here?" But the Chariot card is the power of choice card here, and it's very. I feel like they're taking me out of the regular meaning of the Chariot, but it is Cancer sign energy, which is very emotional, very um, Luna, Mother Luna, deep underflowing type of energies. And when you're looking at fate and deep emotional connection, there can also be this energy that's coming in here of past life type of connection that is below the surface. So this fadedness, it feels like even though it was a spontaneous meeting with a stranger, I almost feel like you knew that, like you felt like you knew him. Like, why do I feel like I've met him before? But you haven't in this lifetime. And there is this energy that's coming in with with all of this with this chance encounter. And I like it. Will you guys meet again? I don't know. Let's take a look here. Hey, Shamita Singh, I do see your. Sometimes I know it doesn't show that it's coming through on your end, but I do see your request, so you don't need to spam the chat there. I know sometimes it doesn't like it doesn't update on your end, and you're like, didn't it take it? But I'm seeing it like 7 times, so you don't need to do it anymore. Cool, thank you. All right, so let's take a look here. I do feel here, I mean, and here's the Eight of Wands and the Moon card coming in. So I do feel like you will bump into them again. That Moon card is that past life deep connection again coming in here, things below the surface. So, and the Eight of Wands feels like it's going to be sooner than later that you will, even though it was a chance encounter, spontaneous meeting, I feel like you will have another one here soon, is what is coming through with that Eight of Wands. So here we go, Johanna. What is happening? What is happening? All right. So that is what is coming through. And thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So that is it for the donation. So we will, I know, whoa. Oh, well, yeah, yeah. And I know. Thank you, Rishi. I know that sometimes it's like YouTube, I've had it where people are like, it wasn't showing up, and that's why they did it multiple times. So um, I always give people the benefit of a doubt, and then if not, then I ban them for life. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Rishi, you're actually up. Hey, dude. So your your reading is up next. Treat others as you'd want to be treated, right? The golden rules. All right, so let's take a look here. What's coming in for you for love, Rishi? What is coming in for love? All right. Oh, wow. Well, you got the love verse card coming in. So that is in the works. And wow, you got the Knight of Wands too. So fast movement. This is actually coming in pretty um pretty fast here, with both of that combined together. So definitely there's love coming your way. You even got the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is, very stepping into your power and wherever you're focusing your energy. The speed of things definitely has to do with whatever we focus on, right? And I mean, we've talked about that a lot. Whatever we focus on grows, like attracts like. So when I'm focusing what I'm grateful for, I get more of that to come in. If I feel something's missing, then of course it not transforms, but it slows everything down here. And you even got the 10 of cups coming in here. So I feel like there is this great opportunity for love that's entering into your life here. Just it's about managing energies. That Knight of Wands also is on a quest for their power and their focus and on what they're bringing in. So I like that. Sorry, my mouse is acting up. Let me move over here. There we go. So I like that for you. I like it. I like it. I like it. And that's what they have for you right now, Rishi. So many blessings to you. And then Jean XO, you're up next. Thank you for the reminder about the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. I get caught up in the donation, not the donations, the readings. I was just seeing Felicia mentioning donations. So thank you guys for mentioning the thumbs up and communicating with everyone. I don't have um, moderators in my chat yet. Anyway, I just feel everyone is helpful enough, right? All right, we try to keep it simple and go with the flow. All right, so Jean, you want to ask what's Virgo's energies towards you, and you want to know what the underlying energies are too. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, so you did have two cards come up. The underlying energies we have are the Ace of Cups. So there is that love energy that's flowing below the surface there. And the Virgo's energy towards you, you've got the Tower card and the Five of Swords. So there's this conflicting energy here in their mind here. Five of Swords is like it could be their mind versus their heart, and there's this even conflict that flows outside of them to the outside world at times too. And Virgos can be very much in their head about things, and that's what I feel like with this Five of Swords is a lot. But the Tower card, I feel like it just out of the blue, something clicks, something um, just moves out. Because the Eight of Wands also came out, which is fast moving and sudden energy with this tower. So I feel like they're bouncing things back in their head, going back and forth between their head and their heart, and finally something just you know, um, kind of clicks, and then boom, I feel like that's when they um, move more on the love energy that comes in here with the Ace of Cups. So confliction, which like I said, is normal for Virgos. They like to analyze and really overthink. Usually on the lower energy scale of Virgo energy. And so all Virgos can go, I know I used to do that, but they evolve beyond it at some point too. So I like that. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. You're welcome, Rishi. Oh, wow. Johanna, so you have like this draw of like, oh my gosh, like long time. That makes total sense. Like a longtime friend that you haven't seen in quite a while, and you're it's excited to see him. The energy is just very drawing. It makes total sense. Not weird at all. All right. So Jean, that was for you. And then Felicia, hello, hello. Thank you again for uh the little advertisement about donations and the like and shares and subscribes. Always appreciate that. And Felicia, you said you're preparing for the interview coming next week. Any messages of what you should be aware of for the interview? All right, let's take a look here. All right, what else? All right. So, the first card that came out is the Nine of Wands, which is just be aware of any self imposed barriers that you have. And I like this Nine of Wands because usually the Nine of Wands, it's like a barrier, and then someone grabs one of the Ace of Wands, and that open, you're grabbing it's out of the nine wands. One of them is your magic wand. And when you take power over your energy, then there's this opening, something that felt like a blockade and barrier before opens up, and you're able to step through. And look at your other card you got is the Magician holding their magic wand. So I really like those coming out together. Temperance, just have patience. Don't rush. Take your time. Allow things to unfold. And but I love this stepping into your power and realizing who you are, what you have to offer, and um, and realize the energy you've been investing in looking at your self worth and who you are, what you deserve, and knowing that you are on this journey to discover what your dream come true job is, right? And that something in the meantime, there's not a lot of pressure around it. It's like, okay, this is going to be something that will help me on my path, but I feel like there's going to be a different expression of yourself in the world in the future. So this isn't permanent, this isn't forever, it's temporary. And when you approach it as temporary, then it kind of takes the pressure off. You're like, eh, if I get it, I get it. It's not going to be, I'm not going to die here. That's funny. So that's what's coming in there for you. Very good. Yeah. It seems good. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So that's what they have for you, Felicia. So many blessings to you, my dear. And Rhonda, hey, good to see you. And you want to know, what are you not seeing that keeps you closed and wanting answers? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. What is secret? What is secret? All right. So you've got the Hanged Man here, and you've also got the Nine of Wands. And so the energy that comes in that keeps you blocked here, this blockade, one thing to know is that you're in transformation. You are, you know, evolving. You are transforming. Even though it may not feel like it sometimes, you are on this transformation where the things that are coming up, the things that you're seeing are happening on purpose so that you can release these things that no longer serve you. The caterpillar ways are falling away to help become a butterfly. So part of the Nine of Wands, part of the what's keeping you closed and seeking and wanting answers is because you're being kept away from some things because you're in a cocoon and you need, like, the caterpillar doesn't dissolve and then leak all over the place, and it's very hard to become a butterfly. The cocoon helps keeps everything contained, and I feel like this contained feeling makes you feel closed in a way because you are in this transformation and you're seeking answers because you're questioning things. You're questioning the caterpillar ways that you're letting go, and that's part of the transformation that you're moving into. Um, the Nine of Wands too brings up those energies of forest field, and I think we've talked about it before, but just in case, I'm gonna throw these out here. Because this is the episodes 4 and 5 of Take 10 with Zen. I have a playlist here. Let me post it down here. And this is for anybody that this applies to too. Both of those are about our energies. Whatever we're focusing on is what we draw and grow. And then the other one talks about the Six of Pentacles, which is the out of balance, giving and receiving. It's the rate of exchange of love and abundance and different things in our life. So if we feel like there's a forest field where things are closed off, that could be some of it too. And seeking the answers of trying to figure out who is it that I gave so much to when I was younger and got so little back, and that there's this belief that's stuck in that rate of exchange, and that's what you're being drawn to. That's what you're being, is being brought to your face in your life, so that you can release that and transform it. And because it served what it needed to serve, but you no longer need to have that out of balance. You can have one to one, not one to a thousand type of exchange. So check those out if those resonate for you, and let me know if you have any questions on those two. All right. So that's what they have for you, Rhonda. Rhonda. So many blessings to you. Yeah, right. You knew the hangman would come out. You're hanging around. Mm, yeah, yeah. You definitely defining ourselves by those things. So definitely, I would have fled like a beautiful butterfly. Yeah. So it definitely there's this release and this transformation that can come from those things, and um, yeah. So your blood family has, but of course now you get to choose. Um, your feet are tired of walking. You want to fly. I don't blame you. It's like a caterpillar in spike heels. How many spike heels? Walking, walking. Not just 2 feet, but 20. Ugh. So now you get to choose your chosen family, and that's what's great is that you don't you're not stuck with I've got to now. I get to choose who I want my family to be, and now you get to go. Now who do I want? And it was all designed. Your family's still with you in spirit, of course, surrounding you, and but you get to take a look at stuff, and they love you unconditionally. They have no expectations, so it's all about Rhonda now. So I know you can feel lost because of so much of our life being defined by family who we're supposed to be and should be, and everyone having their opinions about all of us too. And now it's like, wow, you know, everything hurts. It's all that walking. You definitely do need wings so you can just float. But yeah, definitely, it's time for you to stand up, right? It's like, isn't the spine the emotional thing of a spine is about standing up for oneself and being oneself too. So there's some emotional messages in our whatever wherever pain appears in our lives and our bodies tells us some messages too. And I love that for you. That now I get to stand up for me. I get to have my backbone, right? So I love that for you, Rhonda. Rhonda. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I love that for you, my dear. So a great message. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And Dollface Diva, you're up next. So, what does Spirit want you to know at this time? So, let's take a look and see what does Spirit have for you to know. All right. So, you got the Seven of Cups here, which is a lot of emotional choices that are either facing your life or coming into your life. Kind of feel like they've already started to come in, but there's more to kind of trickle in. And the Hierophant is your higher self drawing you to this higher place to see things from this higher perspective. Imagine that, from a higher place. But it's your capital T truths. And what helps you decide around these emotional things that are unfolding is because you're beginning to see things more clearly and clearly and clearly from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love, as you've been dropping fears. And some of the emotions that are bubbling up, some of these emotional choices have to do with some fears that are triggered from the past. And this is a great time because what happens is the 8 of Cups comes right after the 7 of Cups. That's the leaving behind of emotions that no longer serve us, and we transform those into higher knowledge, into higher wisdom. And so these are coming on purpose for a purpose into your life so that you can look at them and go, all right, why? Did I put that story around it? Why did I feel that emotion around it? And is that really what I want it to mean going forward? And you're stepping into this power of transformation, of taking an old emotion, going, I felt that way, but I see things differently from my perspective now. And I can switch that up and change it. And that frees up that emotionally charged energy so that you don't have to invest and maintain that stuff anymore. So I like that for you, and that is what they have for you, Diva. So many blessings to you. Very good to hear, Rhonda. Rhonda, enjoy the adventure. Woohoo! All right. Up next, we've got, whoop, make sure I didn't pass anybody up here. All right. Goddess Angelic Vibes 1111. Ooh. And with a sunflower in the middle. I like it. So, what does Spirit want you to know about the rest of January? Let's take a look here. So the rest of January. Wow. Yeah. You definitely have some significant things coming in with three major arcana. You got the Empress, you got the High Priestess, and the Death and Rebirth card. So here's rebirth and harvest and nurturing yourself. And the death card is putting an end to some things and having this rebirth that's happening here. I love the high priestess too. The rest of January is such a great time for you, goddess angelic vibes, to step into your goddess angelic vibe temple and connect with spirit and really look into seeing things from that higher perspective, really going behind the veil, what's hidden there, diving deep into your emotions, what's bubbling down there. And there's this huge transformation that's happening with the death card, the Empress, and high priest is coming in here for you. So buckle up, Buttercup, is what I have to say, because I feel like there's going to be some great transformation and transition, especially as we move into Pluto, moving into Aquarius is that endings and beginnings. So there is significant um, changes coming for you. I mean, for the planet, but I feel like you are really on the riding wave. Are you an Aquarius? I'm an Aquarius, so I know I'm ready for this huge change that's about to come into my life. So here we go. So I like it for you, and that's what they have for you, Goddess Angelic Vibes. So many blessings to you. All right. And so Aditi, you want to know who is in love with you? All right, let's take a look here and see who does Spirit wants you to know is in love with you. They might want to keep a secret admirer secret. You just never know. Well, I like this. Whoever this is has great peace of mind with the Four of Swords. So someone who's very patient and very mentally balanced, and we like that. Just very at peace. They very go with the flow of things, and they have very open mind. They don't get in a lot of arguments. They're able to communicate with a lot of different people. I like that balance. And they got the Wheel of Fortune too, which shows that they do have this great attitude. Hey, everything happens on purpose for a purpose. So they understand that, there's that um, kind of universal law at work there that unfolds. And I feel like they've overcome a lot in their lives too, to where they've got this positive attitude and things because they realized, because of what they went through, it's not worth it to pick your battles and see things from this higher perspective. Because I feel like they kind of came from this childhood that was so negative and so dark, that they like maybe even thought about taking their lives, or but they, through that experience, they realize life's too short. And so because they came so low, they understand how important it is to look at things from higher perspectives. A very positive, upbeat person, which, because of those energies and because of what they focus on, they actually have a very successful outside world with all that Wheel of Fortune. So I like that. But that who is has some love, there for you, for sure. In love, because you asked who is in love, and so they do. They see you, and they see that. So it might be someone that you're like, um, I don't know if you would think of them as damaged goods, is what your spirit guides are going. So keep an open mind about who could it be, because you look at them and go, really? Wow, there's so much more to them than meets the eye. Uh, and so I like that. So that's what's coming in for you. And then Charming Anjushri Dubey, you want a love reading. Let's take a look here. And for anyone that was here in the morning session, I did complete all readings. I came on in a second session. So if you go to my main page and look under the live readings, you'll see the special afternoon session. So I did answer every question. I know. Wow. So impressive. Just kidding. Oh, my goodness. So your love reading here. Wow. So you've got the Six of Cups here and the Tower card. And the Six of Cups, this individual that you're going to be meeting here, and it's going to come out of nowhere with this Tower card. It's going to follow this significant change that's happening where something or someone is moved out of your life, and suddenly you bump into this Six of Cups person who is Six of Cups for me is past life. And I don't feel like it's someone from like you've known in the past kind of thing. Six of Cups can sometimes mean that, but lately there's so much past life energy that's coming in that I do feel like this is someone that comes in from your past, and not from your past lives. And so you bump into them and you're like, whoa, why do they look familiar? Why do they feel familiar? Why am I drawn to them? And there is this um, underlying chords from past lifetimes that is bubbling up, and that's what you're feeling there. And I like that. The suddenness of them coming in is because of the suddenness of changes happening in your life. It could be people leaving your life, it could be changing jobs, changing locations, moving different country, different state, different city, something massively. I mean, it's significant because the Tower card's major arcana. So it's not just a little, it's like a significant switch that just puts you in each other's path. And I like that for you. All right. So that's what they got for you, Charming. And many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list. Where does Soul Searching Vibe? Just going to take a sip here. What do you guys think of my new back here too? All my cards, I have them all separated now, all beautiful. Got all my black and white contrast going. Sorry, I just saw that. So Soul Searching Vibe, you want to know how will your future spouse be as a person? So what is Spirit willing to tell you about that? I'm getting all organized, decluttering. All right. Well, it's a very balanced individual here, Soul Searching Vibe, because you've got the Two of Pentacles, which is balanced in the outside world, and then you have the Five of Swords too, which is balance. It's like conflict between heart and mind, but with the Two of Pentacles energy coming in, I'm feeling that it's balanced between heart and mind as well. So it's someone who doesn't have these great extremes. They're not like be dead, but they're not beep, 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 beep. It may be more, every once in a while and up, or, and that's good because that's good experience. It's not boring, but it's not like up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down, like you're going down a bumpy road and being knocked all over the place. It's a very serene kind of energy around them, but they can be goofy and they can be extreme and sudden and also have like spontaneous, have spontaneity, and I like that. So, I like that, but they're very secure and very balanced, um, for you. So I like it. All right, that's what they have for you. Soul Searching Vibe, and then Links Lee. Do you have a future with the Leo? All right, let's take a look here and see. Yeah, I mean, you've got the Knight of Cups and then the 10 of Pentacles, a full life and a movement of emotion. And I feel like they're like, if you want one, you can have one. It's like the future is not like fated. And I don't feel like in this lifetime, if you ever check out, I have a video that talks about um, messages from our what is it called? Soulmates, soul partners, twin flames, and it talked about in there when I channeled the reading, the pick a card reading, that it was we're not fated every lifetime to be in a long term relationship. We have like a minimum experience we'll have, and then a maximum, and sometimes the minimum is not to be in a long term relationship. We'll have a variety of different relationships, and then there's optional ones that'll bring us heightened experiences, and I feel like for theirs, it's like, if you'll, you know, I don't know, just like it feels like really, weather the storm, and it's not just like a little rainstorm, it's like a, you know, level 5 hurricane. It's like if you weather it, there can be this future on the other side of there with that Knight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. There can be this fullness and this movement of emotion. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's going to be like a long haul waiting for them to work through their stuff. And they've got I feel like it would be like a year at least of letting them experience what they need to experience to evolve and move beyond things and to have enough happen where they're tired of going what they're going through. Right now, I feel like they blame a lot of other people for everything they go through because they're not ready to really look at themselves. And then when they start looking at themselves, that's when it's like, all right, it's going to be a little bit while they sort through things. On the other side of it, yeah, wow, right? But that hurricane, do you want to be in there? I don't know. So I feel like they're saying it's up to you. It's optional. There can be, but it's definitely on the other side of a huge storm. And I feel like it's at least a year out that that would be at the earliest if they really put their pedal to the metal and really did their inner work in great ways. Otherwise, it might be even longer. So I don't know, Linksley. I feel like you've been a lot of patience already, but that is up to you, and that's what's great. So many, many blessings to you, and smooth life. You are up next. So higher self guidance. Let's take a look here and see what does spirit want you to know. What does your higher self want you to know? All right. Wow, two major arcana. And you got this guidance to trust endings and beginnings because you got the world card, which is ending of old cycles, beginning of new ones. It's the you know last card in the major arcana, which goes to the new and the starts all over at the zero, the full card. And the Wheel of Fortune is 10 endings and beginnings, but it's also the Wheel of Fate. Knowing everything unfolds for us, right, is a big message that comes with the Wheel of Fortune. And so there's telling you to trust the endings and beginnings because there's endings of old cycles and it's allowing you to go into new things because we can't keep doing the old ways of doing things expecting different results. It's time for new things, new cycles, new ways of doing things, then we get different results of what we're wanting. And so I feel like they're saying, just underscoring it, trust endings and beginnings, because they are for you. All right. So that's what's coming in for you, Smooth Life. We'll continue moving down the list here. Ah, very good. Thank you, Jalen. I'm a big black and white, I love contrast. So um, I like it. I feel much more at ease too. Very cool. All right. And Pinky, you are up. Anything about your love life? What does spirit want you to know? Anything. Anything. All right. So the Three of Wands shows me here, and you have the Page of Cups too. And regarding your love life, the Three of Wands tells me that you are looking at changing directions and you're getting new information, you're getting new insights, you're evolving and changing. And and I feel like you might even be changing location regarding this because this new love, this Page of Cups, is an enhanced, higher love than you've had before. And I feel like it takes this change in your life, this movement that changes how you feel about yourself. I just feel like it would be like, all right, I'm leaving this company and I'm going to go move to this city and work for this company. And so I'm off on my own. I'm restarting my life. I'm a new me. I'm letting old things go and I feel confident. I feel different. And because of that, you meet someone, and because you're different and you're drawing in different energies, you're drawing in a higher vibrational type of experience here, that's coming up here. So, but I feel like it does involve a change of location of some sort with this Three of Wands. It's not just proverbial or, um, you know, like how do they say it? That it's not just a subjective change. It's an actual physical change of direction, a change of location, a change of either where you live, where you work, where you go to school, where you hang out, but it's something that changes it enough where you feel different and then you meet someone who's different. So I like that for you. So that's what's coming in for you, Pinky. I like it. I like it. I like it. So many blessings to you. And then macaroni. I love your name too, macaroni. What are some physical features of your next partner? All right. Let's take a look here and see here. What are some physical features? Wow. We got the 4 of cups and the 8 of cups. 4 of cups is emotional stability. 8 of cups is someone who really has left behind people that don't serve them. They're in this moving forward towards dream fulfillment. So, physical feature is a great smile that is being shown here when I'm seeing the combination because they have like this just kind of resting bliss face is what they're calling it, where they're just kind of like it's almost like they're high, but they're not. They're not high on drugs. They're just high on this um, joy that they have within them, this blissful feeling because they have this emotional stability and they've really worked on releasing a lot of this stuff. They're a very loving individual. So, the physical features that stand out are these expressions of a loving person. They're very down to earth. They don't worry about dressing to impress or all of that. They just have this wonderful glow and people love them and um just because of this joy and energy they have around them. So I really like that. It just feels like a big thing is their smile. It's just like it melts you when you look at it, and you can't help but smile back. And I feel like their laugh too, a feature of theirs, not sorry, a physical feature, but their laugh is hilarious. It's so real and so like deep in their belly that it just it triggers other people to laugh too. So just this joy and everything that overflows from them, and I like that. So definitely enjoyable energies. So I like that macaroni. All right. And angel blessings. And you want to know how will your next romantic partner be? All right, we'll take a look at that too. If you asked that earlier, I did answer all of those questions from this morning in a later video. So if you go to my live readings um, on my main page, you'll see an afternoon special session. So you can get even more information from that one as well. All right. So what does Spirit wants you to know about your next partner? All right. All right. We've got the 10 of Pentacles and the Death card. So death and rebirth. 10 of Pentacles, a very full life. And I feel like they have a lot of abundance, a lot of fullness due to inheritance with this Death card. I just feel like they have this, um, you know, and they would have much preferred that their their parents still be there. I feel like they don't have either of their parents but they have this abundance. They have home and money and all the physical stuff, but they really miss their parents um and they wish that they were around. They would gladly have traded it in, but um I like this because I feel like you're able to um help them connect. And I don't know if like if you're close to your parents or if your parents are still here. I just feel like um either your parents or like you have older uncles or grandparents, there's people in your family that take them on as so much of their family. I don't feel like they have a lot of their family left. Um but I feel like your family adapts them into your family, and then they feel this um, just that closeness that they've been looking for. So I really like that. And that's a nice little thing that they want you to know about your future romantic partner. All right. You're very welcome, macaroni. All right. And for anyone asking where we're at, I always announce who I am on before I start each of the readings. So that gives you an idea of where I'm at. And then, so Cutie, you are up next. So Pisces feelings and next actions towards you. All right, let's take a look here and see what Pisces feelings and next actions. All right, just one card, huh? Well, we got the High Priestess, which kind of sums it all up. Their feelings and next actions towards you. They're in their High Priestess temple, and it's very much Pisces energy, you know, where they step away from the world, they go into their temple, they look upward and behind and deep, and they're in this um kind of hermit kind of mode, because the hermit card in the High Priestess, I get that kind of similar energy. The hermit goes off on away from everyone on their adventure, and the High Priestess goes into her High Priestess temple. They close the gates, and she's in. Sorry, the High Priestess is in her temple, and you can see her when she comes out. And that's the kind of energy I feel is coming in with them right now, is that they're on their inner reflection, inner journey, and they I feel like they're just focused on them and their heart and what's going on with them. And if they think about you or anyone else, it's like, how do they think that you're making them feel? They're choosing all their emotions, but this is what they're sorting out. What's going on? Who am I? Blah, blah, blah. They're just doing this deep, deep reflection. It's like the Pisces. I have a ton of Pisces in my chart. Um, and my mom's a Pisces. And so love going into the dark side of the pond, the shadow, the depths, because it's quiet down there. No one bugs them down there. And I feel like that's where they're at right now, Cutie. So I don't know. I just feel like there's so much to themselves here that you're very patient is what I'd like to add. So that's what's coming through, Cutie. So many blessings to you. And then Goldie, you'd like a message from Spirit. So let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. So you've got the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant is, your higher self calling you to this higher place to see things more clearly, to see the capital T truths of who you are, what you want in life, who you want to be with, what you want to do, what you want to be remembered for, blah, 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 blah. All these things, seeing life from this higher perspective. King of Cups is a balance between heart and mind. And I feel that's kind of what's happening here. I feel like maybe you were drawn a lot through your mind out into the world, like we all are when we're growing up, because we're all taught all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts are all up in there in the head, telling us, who we are supposed to be, should be, need be. Sorry, didn't mean to flip you off. Supposed to be, should be, need to be's. But this higher self, the Hierophant, is giving clarity, going, well, that's what you were told by popular opinion and all these humans. But we got some other information. We want to give you a different perspective of looking at the world and how you see it. And I like that for you, because it does bring you clarity and balance into your life. So that's what they have for you right now, Goldie, is trust this inner journey and trust of this seeing things from this higher perspective, because it does help bring a balance into your life unlike you've ever had. So I like it. All right. So many blessings to you. I'm just going to adjust this real quick here. There we go. Can move down here a little faster. There we go. Okay, and so Goldie, many blessings. Anusri, you are up next. Messages from the person on your mind. All right. Let's see what they got here. Yeah, so you've got the you got the Ace of Swords, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things with more clarity. You got the Judgment card, which is about your higher self, drawing you up like kind of a calling in a way, but also seeing things from a higher perspective. Queen of Cups, she's all about, she's like the high priestess. She's so connected to the emotions. It's about trust your gut, trust your instinct, which helps you see things from a higher perspective. And you've got the strength card too, which is your human self and your higher self, who allows you to see things from a higher perspective. You also have the Two of Swords coming in here, which is, the battle between the heart and the mind. And so I feel like the message from the person on your mind is, um, you know, it's so important to step outside of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have around whatever situation that you're inquiring about, because it's rooted in fear. It's all these opinions, and they're even contradictory beliefs, and there's all this conflict that comes from it. But when you see things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love, it brings peace, it brings tranquility, it brings clarity, and it's an important time for you to see things from a different perspective. And that, for some reason, they want just to share that people can't make us think a certain way, feel a certain way, act a certain way. All of our emotions happen inside of us, all our thoughts happen inside of us, all our energy comes out from us, and we attract it. Attract like attracts like, and our physical actions are our choice, in that anyone else's has nothing to do with us. Ours are the only thing that we can control and what mean anything about us. Anyone else's actions and words mean things about them, not about you. And so I feel like that's an important thing, to see things from this higher perspective, because this is who's talking to you. The message from the person on your mind is the higher self of that person that's telling you this. So, all right. So that's what they have for you in Nusri. So many blessings to you. And then Ms. Bayin, you are up next. And you want a general reading. All right, I'm just gonna take a sip here. All right. So what do we got going on here? Wow, so you got a big transformation that's happening in your life. I mean, you got the Five of Pentacles, which is lack, feeling left behind, feeling left out in the cold, abandonment, right? You have the Seven of Cups, which is, I think it's the seven. Yeah, Seven of Cups, which is emotional confusion, and the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, disappointment, coming in. So all of these odd numbers is all this challenge and this conflict that's in your life. And it's happening on purpose, though. 3, 5, 7, 3, uh, it jumps up in order through by odd number. And the odd numbers are, they come into our life to show us things, so that we can't run away from them in a way. Yay, right? But it allows us to be freed from it as well. Like, I don't know, like if you have a belief about that, um, when people when people are unfaithful, that means something about me. And so I will experience either people being unfaithful to me, or a lot of friends that are having situations where people are unfaithful to them, that remind me of when people were unfaithful to me. And then it's right here in my face. I can't escape it. I'll dream about it. It's surrounded by it. But it's not because it's demons bringing in, punishing us, and I want to show you all your stuff. It's our shadow, it's our spirit team going, we're bringing this up for you so that you could face that fear that is bubbling down there below the surface. It still is already taking up a lot of space down there, these feelings of abandonment, all this emotional confusion and this feeling of heartbreak. It teaches us that our heart can never truly be broken, that what is making us feel this heartache and this pain and this disappointment is because our heart is going into fear mode, into fight or flight mode, because we have this emotional monster where we believe we're not lovable in some way. And when we face that monster and go, that doesn't, you know, your actions don't mean anything about me, they mean about you, but thank you for showing me a mirror because now I can see how I'm cheating on myself with other people looking for my worth out there when it's self-worth. And it's like, oh, wow. So I'm going to start loving myself and giving myself my love, and then I'll fill up, and then I can still have relationships in the outside world, but I'm not allowing them to define me. And I feel like there's a big piece of all this. This is what's kind of stuff is churning around. You're just experiencing it. It's bubbling to the surface, but it's bubbling so you can transform it, not nurse it, not rehearse it, not grow it, but transform it into higher wisdom and higher knowledge instead. So I like that for you, Ms. Rec, and that's what's coming in for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list here. I'll be on for about another hour, so we should probably try to get through a lot of the free readings here. If anyone does want to have their reading prioritized, a reminder that a donation of any kind will move you to the front of the line, just in case if you're like, God, how long is it going to get to me? That's an option for you. Otherwise, I'll continue moving down through the free readings. All right, so Bala Anshu, you are up. Anyone know how will your forever person be? Do you already know them? Let's take a look here. No, I don't feel like you know them yet. You got the Empress card, which is new birth, new beginning. That's why I don't feel like you already know them. They're going to be a very nurturing person. And this Judgment card is like this calling. There's this energy of past life connections that is coming in here for me, and I feel like when you meet them, that you're gonna feel like you do already know them, though you don't already know them, uh, because of these past life strings and ties that you have that go back many, many lifetimes. You do have this beautiful um, just like I said, this knowing, this connection that when you meet them, you're like, did I go to school with you or did I work with you? Or, I feel like I know you. I'm not a pickup line. I feel like I know you from somewhere. I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel like you look familiar too. And they're like, do you look like a cousin? Did I go to school? Blah, blah, blah. And you're going to find out, no, there's nothing. And then you realize, maybe it's a past life. I'm like, do you believe in past lives? And like, I do. And then you realize, oh my gosh, we had a past life together. So you're going to have this type of connection with them and you do not know them yet, but they're a very nurturing individual. Um, just very, I don't know, they just feel very safe, very free going, very easygoing, very loving, like I said, very loving and nurturing individual. So I like that for you. So that's what's coming in for you, Bala. So many blessings to you. All right. And so, Gina, you are up next. So, will you get hired for the call center job you recently applied for? I sure hope not. I'm just kidding. I worked in call centers for decades. So they were beautiful and perfect for the time that I was there. So I get it. You've got the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind, and you got the Temperance card coming in here, which is it's a patience, kind of thing coming in here. I feel like you'll get hired there, but I feel like it takes the start date is longer than you had thought. And it's like, but have a peace of mind that it'll work out. It's just a matter of like, oh, well, we didn't get enough for this class, so we're going to have this other class, or it's like some sort of delay, or it feels like it takes longer than normal. But don't, have peace of mind about it. I feel like it does work out. It feels like it's like do 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 as we say. So that's what's coming in, Gina. But I like it for you. All right. And then many blessings, Gina, as you go off into the call center world. So, Minahil, hello, hello. You want to know about your future spouse's reading? Let me just make sure here. All right. Yeah, so let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about your future spouse? All right. Wow. So they definitely have been through it with the 7 and the 9 of swords. And I'm glad that they've been through it before they reach you. Because this is a lot of mental conflict, a lot of fears that they faced and overcame and have, become aware of. A lot of deceitful thoughts they had about themselves, and um, they experienced a lot of deceit. They had a lot of nightmares, insomnia, a lot of stuff where it's almost like they received an Academy Award for victim mentality because they focused so much on their fears that whatever we focus on, we draw to us, and they were a big major manifester of their fears. So they had a lot of stuff that they've worked through and released, which is why you wanted, so I was saying, I'm glad that have gone through all those, and that allows you, when you guys come together, that a lot of that mental baggage has been checked in, donated to Goodwill. They're not holding on to it a whole lot anymore, which gives you guys all the space and room for your to create your own drama. You don't have to reenact old drama, but I like it for you. So very, very beautiful, you know, open-mindedness. They focus a lot on the higher things, not so much on all these fears of failure and jealousy and a lot of those other things rooted in those lower vibrations. So I like it for you, Mini Hill. So one nice little thing, additional thing for about your spouse. So many blessings to you. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And we got Jaylin. So Jaylin, you are up next here. So you want to pull cards. What spirit wants you to know and what's coming this upcoming week? Sure, absolutely. Let's take a look here. So what spirit wants you to know and what's coming up this week? So what does spirit want you to know? Your life lies in your own hands. You got movement with the Chariot card, victory with the Chariot card, but the Chariot card also is a very empowering card, being a major arcana too, which is you get to choose the story you put to any situation that's happening, the emotion you're going to feel as you go through it, the energy that you put forward in a situation, and then also the physical actions you take. You're not at the whim and the beck and call of circumstances. Circumstances, things just happen out here. People do things, things just unfold. Things are said or not said, done or not done, and it just is. They're neutral. Where a story gets assigned to it, making it good or bad, is in here. The emotion that gets assigned to it happens in here. The energy that we put forward with it comes from our solar plexus, and our physical action comes from us, right? So I love this, that, Spirit wants you to know that you're not at the beck and call. You don't have to fear about what comes next, because one, everything that unfolds in the world is always for us anyway, but we can choose to be a victim, and there's nothing wrong. There's neither right, neither wrong, but every moment is a choice of story, emotion, energy, and physical action of either lower vibrational fear energy or higher vibrational unconditional love energy, laughter, joy, gratitude, fear, 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 right? And so whatever we choose is what it is, but they bring us different experiences, right? When we choose fear, we feel constricted, trapped, small, helpless. When we choose higher vibration, we feel powerful, endless, and the difference there. So they want you to know that power resides within you. Even though we've been taught a lot of opinion on that this is the story that's supposed to go to this, and the emotion we're supposed to feel, the energy we're supposed to put forward, the physical actions we're supposed to. It's just opinion. We get to choose. And then that transforms things. What's coming up this week? A lot of death. No, I'm just kidding. It's like, oh crap. No, a lot of endings and beginnings, significant ones, transformations around you. And I can see why they want you to know, but you get to choose what anything means. So, whatever ends and begins, if we believe everything truly happens for me and we trust the universe, then we can choose higher vibrational. But if you want to choose lower vibrational, you can. Just realize you can change it at any moment when you get tired of feeling that way. All right. So that's what they have for you, Jay Lynn. So many blessings to you. All right. So let's see where we're at here. Okay, we've already answered that one and that one. It's hard to say without me taking time to see what I've answered, not answered. It's hard for me to find out where everyone, how many people and people are ahead. So instead, I just focus on doing the readings, and so hopefully, I don't feel like there's a ton. I feel like I will get through everyone in the next 45 minutes, if that's kind of what the concern is. But for everyone, just to know where we're at. Tammy M is up next. What should you know about for the next 2 weeks? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know for the next 2 weeks? So, got the Seven of Pentacles and the Magician card here. So the next 2 weeks, if this was the card that you got by itself, the Seven of Pentacles, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. It's a patience card. It takes time for things to unfold. It takes time for things to grow. The branches, the trunk, then the leaves, and then the blossoms and the fruit. And so they're saying that things are unfolding, things are going there, but you also have this opportunity with the Magician card coming in. They're the manifester. You have the energy that's coming up in the next 2 weeks of putting miracle grow on the plants that can have things grow bigger, faster. So the abundance can be bigger, things can move along faster, fruition can come sooner. And how you do that with the Magician card with that magic wand is whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. So during this 2 weeks, there's a great opportunity for you to learn about how you can use your energy of attraction to draw to you. If you focus on what's missing, you miss more things. You miss things longer. Focus on what you hate. We invite more of that in. We focus on what we fear, either will come in or leave or not come in or not leave our lives. If we feed it, we grow it. Like attracts like. If we focus on gratitude, we have more things to come in for gratitude. Joy, laughter, unconditional love. Those things speed up things and bring things in sooner, make things bigger. So if we focus our energy on that, boom. If we focus on the lower vibrational, kaboom instead. So I like this for you, Tammy. Of a great, there's fruition coming, but the how fast it comes and how big the fruit is depends on you and your energy. So I like it. It's like 2 weeks of experimenting with your powerful manifestation abilities. So I like it. All right. And then Mina Heal. I think that sounds familiar. Where did you do that one? Yeah, we did. So that was a repetition there, or a duplicate. Let's jump down to the next. So Dijona, you want whatever comes out. Okay. And yeah, that wasn't a duplicate. We just did that one earlier, I think. So let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now, Dijona? What does Spirit? Went to that one and that one. All right. Wow, I feel like you got something similar like this in the past couple weeks. It's not happening fast enough though. Eight of Wands is fast movement, a lot of energy coming in. The Ace of Cups is a new love. that's coming in here. And this 8 of Wands, I just feel like it's happening rapidly, or it comes out of nowhere here, because it definitely is. They're preparing you. It's like you have new love coming, so allow it, you know, uh, so be patient with it. It's worth it, but it's a matter of like it's just going to kind of blindside you um, out of nowhere, and you're just like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting that," which is the best time, right? Because when we don't have any expectations around something, it feels even bigger and more wonderful, and that's what I feel is coming in for you right here, Dajona. They're just saying, "Love is coming. Hang on, it's gonna come out of nowhere," and you're just like, "Oh my gosh, it's here already!" So, boom, it's like pizza delivery showing up early. You're like, "Oh, I didn't expect you for 30 minutes. This is a blessing." So anyway, that's what's coming in for you, Dajona. So many blessings to you. All right. So we did that one. We did that one. We did that one. All right. So Alexis, general love reading for you. All right. All right, so let's take a look here. Sorry, I was started to read some people at the bottom, but I'll get through these first. You guys are crazy fun. I love it. Um, so the general love reading here, of course, we like the Ace of Wands, which is new passion that is coming in here. So you definitely have that. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is great. This is endings and beginnings, the fate wheel turning. So it is a fated relationship that's coming in. And we've got the Four of Pentacles. It's a very solid foundation in the outside world. It's the card of home as well. So if you don't live where you would feel home would be, you're going to meet someone who is from home, um, whatever that means for you. And it is fated. It's someone who feels like home. It's they just have this, with this faded wheel and all this too. It's probably past life connection, but I do feel like it has to do with this lifetime though too. It's like if you were born in a certain country, you meet someone, even though if you're not in that country anymore, you meet someone who also is from your region, your town, maybe even and you're like, "Oh my god," and click, here it comes, and there's love that spikes here. But definitely, I feel like this is happening soon here with the wheel turning and the Ace of Wands. It feels like very soon, but it brings this very solid feel coming in here. So it is coming, and I do feel like it is. Again, it has this home is really standing out. So whatever that means for you, that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you, Alexis. All right, and then Sushmita Singh, you'd like a general January reading. Let's take a look here, and be sure to check out the energy forecast for 2024. I have a link at the top and in the description box of the video. It's a playlist for each individual zodiac sign that does cover the overall energies over love, career, finance. Breaks out the year into 3 4-month periods, giving blessings and information on each too. Let's see here. Wow, you got some change happening here. You've the devil card here, the shadow is Saturn and Capricorn energy, which Capricorn season we're in. And so you're going through this questioning of some important thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, some ways of thinking that you've had for a very long time that go all the way back into family. And as you question some things and remove it and transform these beliefs that you have, the Eight of Wands is this movement of energy. There is this, um, you know, switching of things. Energy is activated. It's like there's some beliefs you have that have been holding you back. And it's been taking a lot of energy to hold yourself back and to support some beliefs that aren't yours anymore. And when you release those, all that energy that was needed to maintain all that all comes back to you. And you get to invest it in an area of your life, and it brings swift change that happens in your life too. So whatever this is on your mind and has been just like struggle, question, why do I believe that? Why do I fear that? Because there's this release that happens that frees you up and allows movement where there might have been feeling like a block before. All right. So that's what's coming in for you, Sushmita. So thank you so much. And Spiritual Journey Tarot, you are up next here. And you want to know what's coming towards you in the next few weeks. All right. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay. All right. And what else? A lot of emotional clutter clearing here. You've got the Eight of Cups, which is about leaving behind, clearing emotions, relationships that no longer serve, those that you're over giving to. Like there's a lot of old friendships, family, you know, friends, whoever that you give a lot and get very little back. It's like, you know what? It's time to clear out some of those things. Loyalty is okay as long as it's a give and take, but if you're giving 90% constantly and you only get 10% back, you're like, that's not a good investment. And so you're really evaluating your relationships over these next few weeks, making space for this Three of Cups. This is like your tribe. It's almost like there's a little small tribe of three people, you and two others, that are like peas in a pod with you, but you don't have space and energy for them when you have all of this energy, all these people and relationships and emotions that are demanding your attention. And as you get rid of those and walk away, you have the space and you have the emotional energy to be able to invest, but also it attracts you guys together too. And if you already have like two best friends, this will allow you guys to be even closer because you're going to have more time and more energy for each other too. So I like that. There's this emotional um, relationship purging that's happening here over the next few weeks uh, by you, not people doing it to you, but you doing that. So I like it. All right. So many blessings to you, Spiritual Journey Tarot. All right. All right. So we did that. I think we already did. Is that mini heal? I just want to see here. It sounds familiar. Yeah. So we did yours. That's a triplicate. So we'll look past that. And then, right. And so we did those. We did that one. And did that one. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm not passing over anyone here. All right. So Dominique Simone, Happy New Year to you as well. And so what is TL's next actions towards you? Let's take a look here and see what is happening. What are their next actions? All right. So we've got this Leo energy with the Strength card here. And we've got the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is about clarity. They're gaining clarity. And their Strength card here is it's like their human and their higher self are looking at things from a different perspective. They're doing a lot of thinking. They're doing a lot of evaluating. I don't feel like they've, at this point, because we're looking at current energies, I don't feel like they've made a decision yet on what they're wanting to do here. I do feel like they've stepped back. They're looking at things from a different perspective. Feels very mature. I know, like, what? I'm just kidding. But it feels very mature from them, which for some reason that feels like a surprise to me. But that they're like, wow, they're not just flying by the seat of the pants. It feels like they've evolved in a way in their relationship interactions. And they're like, I don't want to do what I've always done and get what I've always gotten. I want something more. And so they're taking this, kind of energy to look at that. And so I don't feel like they've decided what next actions they want to take, but they're definitely looking at things from a higher perspective. So that's good. That's a good sign. It's not just shoot from the hip and we'll see what happens. They're really thinking about things. So I like that for you, Dominique. And timing, I really don't. I don't feel, the overall energies are like 10 of cups, which is emotional fulfillment and full feeling full overflowing is a good word maybe. Can't talk. This is like them, they're trying to put definition around what is it that I'm trying to say, what do I want, but I feel like they're doing a lot of thinking about emotions, not a lot of feeling about thinking. It's a lot of thinking about emotion, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in for you, Dominique. So many blessings to you. All right. And thank you so much, Asuna, for your donation. Let me give that some love here. And as soon as you pop your question, there it is. Boom. You want to know what will be happening between you and Renga. All right. So, based on current energies, let's take a look here and see what we have here. All right. What do we got going on? All right. I see a lot of what they're wanting here. What's keeping them back here is this 9 of swords, which is the nightmare and insomnia card. So they've got a lot of fears that are holding them back. So as we're talking about these through these things, just know that these are great desires of what they want to have happen, but a lot of fears are what needs to be worked through first before they're able to go forward with this. They have a lot of fears here, yeah, with the you got the 9 and well, we got all this. This is good energy on the bottom of the deck because we've got got the Queen of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords. A lot of thinking going on with all of this. And the 3 of Cups has to do with third party situations, which I feel like they have this fear that they'll be cheated on, and because in the past they just got a lot of pre-existing fear around unfaithfulness and people not being true. So just know that that's below the surface that's going on there. um what they're wanting to have happen, which I feel like again they have to work through these fears. um and we've got the both the king and the knight of cups, which is balancing of heart and mind and movement of emotion. And so they're wanting this movement, they want this emotion to happen. They got the ace of pentacles. They do want like an opportunity in the outside world to unfold between the two of you. And it really has to do here. You've got the two of cups, which is a relationship, and you've got the four of wands, which is it's joy, celebration, can be marriage, and this is in the back of their mind. I feel like they don't wanna do anything with anyone if it's like they're bringing back an old thing I used to hear growing up, which, like, don't date if they don't make a good mate, and I feel like that's what they're wanting to get past their fears because they dated before and someone, maybe more than one, that felt like they'd make a good mate, but they were deceptive and they ended up sleeping with other people, and so they whoops, didn't feel like that they just want to make sure that they don't go through that again, and these fears are what are holding them back. I know, right? And so it takes that to happen there, and there's nothing you can do except for to send them a lot of love. And while we're waiting, if we are truly waiting for anyone, we take that time to work on our own fears, our own thoughts, our own beliefs, that don't serve us anymore around ourselves, around love or whatever, emotions that don't serve us. So we clear out and we, clear away our clutter, and so that we make a good mate, right? Because the more we have self-love for ourselves, the more we're able to give and receive love to others. We can't give more love to others than we have love for ourselves, nor receive love from others. So I love myself that much. No matter how much love they give me, it's going to trickle in. No matter how much love I want to give out, it's going to trickle out. So if I expand my self love, then I can have a bigger flow. And so while we're doing that, yeah, you just need to make sure that he's not choosing the wrong person so he can trust you. So yeah, yeah, he needs to make sure, right, that he's not choosing the wrong person. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So that he can trust you. And so being trustworthy and being yourself, being consistent, showing, being vulnerable allows them to go, okay, you're real. And I can see that. So it takes consistency and time if it's worth the wait. If you're like, I'm not doing anything anyway. Let me work on myself. And if I get tired, bye. If they don't reach out, right? So that's what's coming in there for you, Asuna. I like it. So many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Hey, Anna. Shout out to one of my Praying Mantis members jumping in to say hello. Thank you for visiting. We'll see you here in about 30 minutes if you're going to be in tonight's session. All right. So we left off with Nature 1111. You'd like a career reading. All right. Let's take a look here. Whoa. All right. Cards are flying. All right. Look at this. Yeah, exactly, Asuna. He can if he can get past those fears, he definitely has this interest in this energy that's there coming through the cards that they want to, build a relationship together. So all right, so nature, your career reading here, you've got the Ace of Swords and the Justice card. So here, literally, it's almost like, can you put it on top of there? um, which is great. There's this regarding career, this getting clarity around what your career would be. The Justice card is like the balancing out, and both of these cards just scream getting clarity around what is it that you truly want to do with your life. What is your dharma? Our life purpose. I have to plug the book we just finished reading this morning in my Praying Mantis group, which is Discovering Your Dharma. And if you check out her website, which is iamsahararose.com, there's some tests that are in there, some quizzes on there. In fact, I can probably just post these real quick here. This is for anyone that's interested in finding your stuff. Let's see here. Let me just put some spaces in between these things so they stand out. Yeah, so those are it. I think those, but that's where they're located if you're interested in kind of gleaning some more detail about what it is your career, what is your dharma, your life purpose. And I feel like this is what this clarity, this balancing out to go, the difference between the dream and what you've been told all your life of supposed to be, should be's, need to be's, and like, well, this is what the responsible thing is to do. But what is your heart? How does your heart want to express its life purpose to the world? How does it want to share this unconditional love in its heart with the world in your own way? So I like that for you. And there's this clarity that's coming in. So if that resonates, check that out. Those links there. All right. So many blessings to you. Hey, human being, welcome. Thanks for to the channel. We're happy to have you here. All right. So, Chio, you are up next. Has David, is he still checking your Instagram using a different account, even though he blocked you? Oh, all right. That sneaky little devil. Let's take a look here and see if he's done that. You're very welcome, Asuna. Thanks again for your donation. All right. All right. Let's see. Are they being a sneaky? Okay, that's a lot of cards. All right. Let me just shuffle these up. All right. So, are they still checking your Instagram? We got the 5 of Wands that's coming in here. And, the 5 of Wands, you know, is this energy of transformation, this energy of conflict that transforms into something more peaceful. So I don't feel like they are. I feel like they're working on here, yeah, more the moon, which is the hidden and the unknown, and deep diving into things. I don't feel like they're doing that with this combination. I just feel like they're working on resolving things within themselves, focusing in on them, and not, I don't feel like they're sneaking. The moon card is the hidden and the unknown, but I feel like because of that, the hidden and the unknown just represents that they're not doing that. So, that's what's coming in there for that. All right. So many blessings to you. And right, so we've got DK, God's daughter, Alicia. Are the free readings left? I do have a couple donations, so we'll see if we'll get to those. I might be able to. But thank you, human being, for your donation. Thank you. That's your first super on live stream. So thank you for doing that. Let me give that some love. And so you would love a reading. And do you have a specific question, or do you want me just to see what Spirit has for you? And then Aries rising, you'll be up right after that. All right. All right, very good. So we'll see here. Anything about working on a project? All right. And any other messages? Let's take a look here. All right. So let's take a look here at the project first here. And all right. Yeah, so we do have here, there is movement forward here with the Knight of Swords, which swords are all about thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, and ways of thinking. So there is some movement and thought around this, but there's also like this, um, I don't know, this project feels like it's like they're making me be in an old car that doesn't have very good fuel. Because it's like there's this death and rebirth. Like you start and then it ends, and then it restarts again. With Ace of Cups, and it's like happiness, and then it stops again with Three of Swords being disappointment, and then there's Two of Wands, which is like this energy, but depends on the day of how it's going here. So I feel like it's like you do get, you start working on a project, but there's a lot of stop and start and stop and start. At least a two stop and starts with the cards that came in here, and with the Two of Wands too. But it has a lot to do here with this energy of whatever you focus on does grow and expand as you're doing it. Like attracts like, right? So if we focus in on, oh, why does it keep stopping? It'll stop more often. If we're grateful for it continuing and for the opportunities, then it continues. And so the energies that you invest in the project are also what help determine how long of a delay it is, how long of a stoppage it is, and you know the overall let's say success of the project, if that makes sense. Let's see what else they have here too. Oh yeah, so yeah, are you ready for a lesson in patience and temperance? Temperance is things go along. It takes time for it's like alchemy, is it goes back and forth between two cups. It starts off as like a base metal, but it eventually transforms into gold. Just takes time as it goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It allows you to look at your fears here with the 9 of swords here, because this is the nightmare and insomnia card, where it's like we get tired of, it's like on our mind all the time, and because of that, we at some point we're almost to the point of exhaustion of putting so much mental fear energy into something. We're just like, I'm done, I'm letting it go, and that's when the 10 of swords comes in. Ultimately, I like it for you though. We've got the 4 of pentacles, which is stability in the outside world. If you think of like a big table with 4 huge legs on it. It's a very solid foundation. And so it eventually, if you can, work through it, you get the gold in the end, right? With that temperance card, it eventually pays off. It's just a matter of patience, learning patience, expanding your patience. It feels more right, because I feel like you're a pretty patient person, but I feel like you're learning where you focus your energy, and it's worth the wait, and it's worth the investment that you put into it. Very good. I'm glad that resonates there for you. Absolutely, my pleasure. And thanks for being here, and thanks for donating your first time here. I really appreciate that. And hopefully we'll see you around. We have a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor. So you're very welcome. All right, and that's what they have for you right now. And then Aries rising, thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love. And spirit baby messages and conception timing. Of course, always have to throw in the disclaimer that's in the description box of the video. I'm not a licensed medical practitioner or any other, medical, legal, financial, expert. And of course, tarot should never replace any of those professional resources. It's designed for entertainment purposes. Ultimately, you get to decide. So blah blah blah. There you go. Chick check. So spirit baby messages and conceptions. Let's take a look here. Okay. So spirit baby message. We have the Oracle of E coming in here. And let's see what message comes in there. I like it. Pick up after yourself. They're already they're it's interesting. It feels like the energies that are coming in here with that, it's very mother energy, and they're giving you like this heads up, which is so funny, that in a past life they were your mother, and now you're switching it. And so they're already starting this little pick up after yourself, wait, I was your mother in a past lifetime, so don't tell me to pick up after myself, you pick up after yourself. It's so funny. And it says the blame game is over. It's time to realize that the only person who can affect you in any way is you. Within your own mind is the answer to every question and the power to accomplish anything. Take charge, be accountable, and let's do this thing. I love that. This is like the messages from your baby. Let's do this thing. Let's go. That's so hilarious. I really love that. Keep on bumping that. And let's take a look here, and let's see about conception timing. They are ready. Psh, psh, psh. Anything else? Okay. Yes, I was going to say, you get the temperance card, which is the timing, patience. It'll happen when it unfolds, right? But let's take a look here. Didn't Was it you that we got Leo energy on it before? Because here's the strength card coming in, which is Leo energy. We've got the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So the opportunity that comes up, has a lot to do with your energy as well. The timing of things. Um, in the communication with higher self, of course, it's all designed and fated, but um, you know, the conception and energies around the conception and ease of things, all has to do with the energy that you're focusing on as you're going through everything, of course. But they are telling me they're like it's going to happen in the perfect timing and not before, because our birth is one of the few things that's faded in our life. We don't, there's not a whole lot of souls on the other side covering their eyes and throwing their a dart at a birth chart, going, where does it land? I'll take that date. They are very much looking at, it's like a catalog, going, okay, if I choose this life, then these are all the possibilities. I really like that life. And so it's going to happen in the perfect timing. The Leo energy keeps on coming in here. So it could be during Leo season that the conception, you know, um, jumps in there. So I really like that. Yeah, yeah, 2024 is when the conception starts, because let's see, Leo is right before Virgo. Virgo is 821 and 921. So what, 721 to 821 or around there? Um, it feels like that's when conception or um happens. From what I'm feeling from these cards, temperance, patience, the new opportunities, the opportunity will rise in the perfect timing is a lot, is what is coming in here. So I like that. So that's what's coming in for you, Aries rising. Oh, cool, human being. So you took the Dharma archetype. That is awesome. Researcher. Also, the email you get will have a secondary too, just an FYI. Um, so that'll give you another option there. It's a great book if you have a chance. Um, I haven't studied sidereal astrology perspective yet, so I've currently am more aware of the tropical exclusively right now. So I like it. Great questions. Thank you, human being. All right. So I know I've got just a little bit of time left, and I know I have a few free readings. Let me jump to those real quick here. So, DK, you're interested in someone at your workplace. Ooh, will it turn into a serious relationship? So, based on current energies, will it? All right. You know, we've have this um change of perspective, and the Ace of Swords with the Seven of Wands is about um you know not asking permission, not worrying about the defensiveness and about other what people will say, and type of thing. Because I know a lot of times, like at work, it's like, well, you don't want to, poop where you eat or whatever they say. But I feel like there is this um, different way of looking at things, and there's this stepping forward and being in the spotlight here. So it is definitely possible here. You just have to be willing to know that it's going to be like people are all going to be like, oh, and we do have on the bottom of the deck the Lovers card. So there is this important relationship that's going underneath. That's possible, but um it's if you're comfortable with that of you know uh people in your business. So that's funny. All right. All right, very good. See you soon, human being. All right, and then God's daughter, you go, why is Andre sad? But then you added more here. Let me see here. Um, why is he sad if he has everything, he has money and two good jobs where they paid him good? He even has his own house. Oh, okay. Yeah. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about his sadness. Yeah, let's take a look here. Yeah. So, what happens here is, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Wands, the combination here when we're asking, why is someone sad? You know, we can have the world, but if it's not, the outside world isn't what makes us happy, right? And so it's unfulfilling. And I mean, you have billionaires, like when I had the Wheel of Fortune, if you have billionaires who kill themselves because they feel they have everything and they feel so empty inside. And not that he's going to kill himself, but that's what can happen. You can think, why would anybody with that much money and they could have everything? We don't have everything. The world on the outside world does not give us what we truly are searching for, which is the eternal unconditional love of the higher realms. That's what is fulfilling. Everything in the outside world is unstable, and it's like American Chinese food. If it fills us up at all, we're hungry an hour later. And that's like where this thing is. And this Three of Wands is like this fortune, this all this stuff I'm having is not making me feel full. So they're changing directions. They change directions. They change directions. And I feel like they've changed directions several times, you know, to try to find what they feel like they're looking for in the outside world. And like I said, what all of us are truly searching for is the unconditional eternal love we find on the inside of us. Relationships, situations, things, money, our bank accounts, jobs, education, multiple partners, family, whatever, all that in the outside world is temporary and unstable. It doesn't fill us up because it's conditional. It's not what we're truly searching for. So what he's looking for is the unconditional love inward and upward. And that's his journey. You can't change their mind. You can't make them do anything. That's outside of your control. All you can do is send them unconditional love and focus on your own journey. And that helps, right? No, that's not what I said. If you rewind and listen to what I said, he's not looking for a woman. He's looking what he's truly searching for, he can't find. He might be looking it for in a woman or a job or education or more in the outside world, but the more he searches, the more sad he becomes, and because he's trying to look inward and upward is where he needs to find what he's looking for. So that's what's coming in there. I need to get to a couple more people real quick here. So that is what they have for you, God's daughter. And Alicia Toinita, want to know how has Andrew felt about you since you haven't been in contact? Will he come back towards you? All right, let's take a look here. All right. We've got the Five of Cups here. So what he's felt since you haven't been in contact, he's been really focused on his lower vibrational fear emotions, so sadness and disappointment and all those lower vibrational rah, 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 related to fear emotions. Um, you know, will he come back towards you with this King of Wands? It's like the Emperor. I feel like with all of this happening, they're really in this kind of point in their life trying to figure out what it is they want, where do they want to go, what do they want to do. They're trying to really decide and go, you know what? I'm tired of trying to live up to everyone else's expectations and roles and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's. I'm going to decide, and then I'm going to put action behind it, and I'm going to do it. But what is it I want? And they're trying to figure out what they want. And that's kind of, they're in this, um, you know, in between world of trying to figure out, well, I know I don't want what these people are telling me I'm supposed to want because those things don't make me happy. But what do I want for my life, right? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? Where do I want to live? Who do I want to be with? All this kind of stuff. And I feel like they're in this big contemplative time in their life. So when we're looking at future energies right now, it's undetermined based on current energies. So That's all I have for you there, Alicia. Sorry, I know I wish I could give you more. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. We did those. We did those. We did those. Thought there was one more. Let me just, I'm scrolling down here. Yeah, Alphonse. I knew there was one more here. And then I'll be headed off here in just a sec. No, God's daughter, he's looking, what he's truly needing is unconditional love from the spirit world, not from a human can't give us unconditional love. So his sadness, the original question is, why is he sad? He's looking for love in all the wrong places because he's looking for it out here instead of inward and upward. That kind of sums it up there. All right. And then this will be it here. And then I'll need to head off here over to my praying mantis session. I will be back tomorrow morning and Saturday morning at 11 a.m. and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And Alphonse, you want to know, has Lisa been thinking about you romantically enough to date you? All right, let's take a look here. All right. Well, we do have the Two of Cups, which is looking at it like, important relationship. They've been working on things here too. They've got this internal conflict, right, between their head and their heart, but they've been working on this. So this is progression. This is, moving forward here into, physical actions happening in the outside world, progression because of blood, sweat, and tears that have been being put in here. But this conflict is between their head and their heart. Their heart wants, to move forward, but their head, is, like you said, thinking is the key word there. They've been feeling it, but the thinking is I don't know, does this, but they've got these beliefs or these things that are holding them back from, moving forward and doing that kind of actions. Their heart is like, yeah, 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 and their brain is like, oh, you know what happens when I let you lead? We end up getting hurt. No, and so that's where this battle's been going on between the two of them there, Alphonse. So I do feel like it's that Eight of Pentacles, though, is movement towards that. And so you might just see some action starting to be shown in the outside world here sooner than later. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you. And for everyone else, if you want any more messages, I got a ton of free things in my main page. One of the things that is out of the ordinary is I did a 2024 energy forecast by each individual zodiac sign for the entire year. So if you want to check those out, that's the link to the playlist there. And I have a bunch of other items listed on my main page as well. So I am going to be signing off here and heading over to my Praying Mantis members. So thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It helps spread the Zen love. It's something everyone can do that's free. And definitely know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you truly are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your night or day, wherever you're at in the world. And until I see you again, much love, hang in there, and you take care. We'll see you.